All right, hey, how's it going? I'm TJ from Archeroutdoors. So this is actually my first video. If you like what you see here today, just like and subscribe. The plan is to put a video out probably once a week about shooting, rock climbing, knot tying, anything like that. So let's get to why we're actually here. All right, so today I'm going to talk about how to make a Sandsock. Now, the Sandsock is a very useful tool for precision shooting. So the Sandsock goes underneath the stock of the rifle, and you can squeeze the Sandsock to make smaller adjustments. All right, this really dials in your performance for shooting. Now, Sandsock can be used for a lot of other things as well. So I could use a Sandsock for setting on top of a tripod. Sorry, I just had lunch. I could put it on a barrier, anything I want to make a more stable shooting position. Making a Sandsock at home is very simple. Now, a lot of people think a Sandsock is full of sand. That is incorrect. You don't want to put anything in there that will hold moisture. So I've seen people try sand, I've seen people use rice, all kinds of crazy things. But what happens is when you put, rice in there, it gets very soggy. It gets kind of gross, honestly. So we're not going to do that. My biggest suggestion would be using airsoft BBs. All right, they're cheap, easy. They dry out quickly, and they make a good firm sock, but you're also able to squeeze it and kind of manipulate it however you want. So I'm just going to use a standard issue Army sock right here. Doesn't have to be an Army sock. You can use anything you want. This is just what I found works good. So get my rifle out of the way here. Pistol's just here for aesthetics. All right, so I'm going to open up airsoft BBs. Got a knife handy, might as well use it, right? All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my sock and I'm gonna fold it over a little bit, and I'm using a paper towel tube to feed the BBs in. Now, this just kind of helps the process along. You don't really need the tube, but it makes it a little easier to pour the BBs in, if you ask me. And I'm just gonna cut the tube open a little bit so I can get a good surface to pour the BBs in. And it's just gonna help them feed it in. Last time I did this, I did not have the tube, and I spent a lot of time picking BBs up afterwards. All right, so now I'm just gonna pour all my BBs in. If you're losing a few, that's all right. Again, toilet paper tubes just helping guide them right in. Now, I'm going to put all the BBs in here. I don't really want to hold back, and I'll show you why in a second. All right, so I got all my BBs in. I'm just going to kind of help feed them all down to the bottom of the sock. All right, so get rid of my toilet paper tube. I don't need that anymore. Now, the airsoft BBs filled up about half my sock. That is perfect. That's right where I want it. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot in this. When I'm doing this, I'm kind of holding it tight just to make sure all the BBs stay in there. But I don't want to tie it too tight. I don't want to get it to where the BBs don't have room to move in here. If it's too scrunched, I'm not going to be able to, have a lot of play in it for the purpose I need to use it for. All right, so I'm going to tie just, regular overhand knot right in the top of it. Pull that through. Now, I can get this knot pretty tight. I don't want it coming undone or any BB sticking out after. All right, so now that I got that done, the next thing I'm going to do is tie a piece of 550 cord around it. And I will show you why momentarily. So I'm just doing a square knot, simple overhand knot, but it's just going to capture the 550 cord where it is. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the sock and I'm going to fold it over itself. Now this is just going to reinforce the sock to make sure, there's two layers, walking around with the woods with it, throwing it around. It's just going to add a little bit of extra protection and also make it a little more firm. All right, now that I got that over. Just gonna kind of work it out. Now I got a pretty solid Sandsock here. Now this tail I don't really want, so I'm just gonna grab my knife here and I'm gonna cut this off. Again, I'm not trying to make it look pretty. Doesn't really matter. All right, Sandsock's just about done. The last thing I want to do is I'm going to cut a little slit toward where my knot was that I folded over. I'm going to pull that 550 cord through. All right, once I got that through, tie any kind of knot that'll hold. I'm just going to do a square knot. Could also do a figure eight, anything like that. And that's it. Now I got my Sandsock completed. So Sandsock, really useful tool. The purpose of the 550 cord is just if I want to clip it on any kind of gear, on my belt, anything like that, just give me a good handle or a way to attach it to my gear. But works just as well as the other one I made. It's going to really help out with precision shooting. Thank you.